Welcome back to a brand new video, and today we're talking about the Monday Night Raw review, where we had Sami Zayn take on Karrion Kross and Roman Reigns return again. But before we get into this video, drop a thumbs up down below, hit the subscribe button if you're new, because I'm on the road to 500 subscribers. Really like to get there before the end of the year, so let's get going. So we had Dominic drive in, pulling up with the New Day, the greatest, or not the New Day, the Judgment Day, the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. Dominic got the car valeted, and we had AJ Styles as a valet driver. We all know, AJ, that you are not a valet driver, because you threw the keys, and you're just going to leave Dominic's car there? What? That's disrespectful. Not gonna lie, disrespectful if you ask me. Anyway, we had CM Punk start off tonight's show saying, "Is it great to be in Houston or what?" Obviously said, and he said, anyway, he said, "I will not quit. I will give everything I have." And Gunther, you've been training your whole life for this, but I'm the best in the world. And Gunther came out with the World Heavyweight Champion. He says, "My ego is justified because it isn't based on the pointless people, which would be the fans. It's based on me holding the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm gonna bully you, I'm gonna push you around, and I'm gonna choke you out." And that was pretty much it. Stephanie Vacker, we literally just got into it because, you know, she won the thing. She won that women's battle royale, and she and Naomi had a little confrontation, basically saying, when Naomi wins at SummerSlam, it's gonna be her versus Stephanie at Clash in Paris. So, yeah. Anyway, it was time for Rusev versus Sheamus. By the way, I like this shirt, Rusev. This is a nice shirt. Yo, can I have this shirt? Like, I like that gold trim. That's a nice shirt. They're probably selling it on WWE Shop, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, they made their way to the outside, going through the barricade. Sheamus almost falling off the top rope, but jumping on Rusev from the top rope, hitting backbreakers on Sheamus. And then when Sheamus went for the brogue kick, he got caught in a powerbomb position from Rusev and got powerbombed to the ground. And then Rusev put Sheamus on the top rope and just started slapping his chest, clapping him like he wants to clap his cheeks, but he ended up clapping his chest a couple times. Then when Sheamus did the jump from the middle rope, he got hit with a Machka kick right to the jaw, and the accolade got locked in on Sheamus's face. Which, by the way, WWE, this should be an insta-tap. As soon as this gets locked in, insta-tap. Insta-tap, just how it used to be back in the day. Insta-tap. There's no way that's not insta-tap. It shouldn't take 25 minutes to put this person to sleep. Yeah, it should be an insta-tap or they fall asleep. They shouldn't be breaking out this move. This move should be way more powerful than they are putting it to be, bro. Is that just me or is it there's a few people? Anyway, Rusev unbuckled this thing as he always does. Try to put Sheamus into it, but Sheamus put his thing in Rusev's face into it. By the way, is it not a DQ? Apparently you can use it. But this allowed Rusev to get the shillelagh, but he got his kick faced in. He got his face kicked in before he could hit Sheamus with the shillelagh as the referee was fixing the thing. 1, 2, 3, Sheamus L1. Anyway, we had a promo with El Grande Americano. By the way, if this is, we all know, if this is Ludwig Kaiser, he is phenomenal. He speaks Spanish good Spanish. And I heard that from Santi, because I watched Santi's streams when he and he said that Ludwig does. If this is Ludwig, he does very good Spanish. So yeah. Anyway. Oh yeah, Dragon Lee. Got in a little argument with El Grande Americano, saying you're disrespecting the thing, blah 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 blah, luchador or whatever. By the way, how come El Grande Americano speaks more Spanish than Dragon Lee? seems a little fishy. I don't know about. Are we really sure Dragon Lee's a real luchador? Are we even sure? Because I mean, if this luchador doesn't speak, you know what I'm saying? I don't know about you. Anyway, the New Day rocks. The New Day, the New Day. Yeah, I've seen a New Day with their Oswald font. Anyway, I don't really care about this tag team match that much. They had some cool spots like Joaquin Wild. Is that his name? I don't remember his name. Joaquin Wild doing DDTs for days, getting pushed off the top rope by Ivy Nile, and then also El Grande taking Dragon Lee and putting his face in the apron, which honestly is very justified because why is Dragon Lee doing what's he doing in the match anyway? You know what I'm saying? What's he doing in the match? You know what I'm saying? This ain't his match. Anyway. We just saw, and then we see Cruz del Toro doing that flippy, like that spinny thingy thing American made. It's where I'm like shocked still. After a roll up by Joaquin Wild, the New Day got pinned. Kofi got pinned by Joaquin Wild in the LWO, their number one contenders for the World Tag Team Championships. What is happening? Are we in 2025? Literally, like 2 days ago. If you told me, like, a year ago actually, that a year from now the LWO are gonna be number one contenders for the tag team championships, I would think you're goofy because the Judgment Day won't defend their tag team. You should say him, bro. I don't know, bro. Anyway, Dom and Adam Pearce were arguing, basically saying, we can't, bro. You can't. Basically arguing how Dom's been avoiding going to medical all day. By the way, we got AJ Styles just mopping the floor, and then he even got interrupted by the New Day. He said, and then the New Day were like losing. I said, what's happening? The only thing that makes sense around here is AJ being a janitor because that's what he should have been doing. Anyway, Grayson Waller says, I finally dropped the loose weight. And then Grayson Waller just casually says that A-Town Down's over, and he's basically joining a New Day. First off, I'm missing a lot. I saw that one video, you know, my last video I posted, that he basically turned on off screen on the social medias. I'm so confused. Did something happen? Like, how did we already get the Austin Theory babyface turn? Bro, I'm telling you, bro. Hold on, I need to look this. I'm looking up Austin Theory on Google right now, bro. Because did we miss something? Am I missing something? What happened? Because I remember Grayson Waller saying, Grayson Waller was like, he said. Bro, it's just injury. Injury's crazy. Bro, they said injury. What do you mean injury, bro? Oh, man, bro. Yo, I swear, when Austin Theory's cleared and is ready to go, we better have Austin Theory as a babyface come back to whoop Grayson Waller, even though we're like a year too late. We're like a year too late, or like this kind of reminds me of the Montez Ford singles push that went out the door like 2 years ago. Anyway, we have the Women's Intercontinental Champion Becky Lynch, and honestly, Becky Lynch is not a heel. Come on, she's a leader. She's a true leader. She isn't a heel. She's just a true leader that we all can respect because she literally took her time out of her day instead of going to her movie premiere in New York City for Happy Gilmore 2. By the way, Netflix, you should give me like 3-day early access. Would be appreciated. But leaders have to do what stuff they don't want to do, and she was there to talk business about how Lyra Valkyria is selfish. She's been calling her selfish for months, but she's really selfish because Lyra has a tag team title match and wants to be Lyra 2 belts. I mean, that's so much selfish. I mean, when I did it a couple years ago in the main event WrestleMania, I mean, that was revolutionary. That was mind-boggling, right? That's what she basically said. I mean, she isn't wrong, though. Like, Lyra is selfish. I think we all got this wrong here. Becky Lynch is the good one. Is the good guy, the babyface in this situation. Lyra is just the evil heel. Heel. She's selfish heel. She really wants to, and she's selfish. Maybe Lyra has been the person that's been saying this wrong. Becky's saying the fact come down on Lyra. She basically said, Lyra, when you lose to me, you'll never challenge me for this championship title ever as long as I'm champion. And I forget. Anyway, Lyra starts and said, at SummerSlam there will be no rules. All weapons will be allowed, which means it's a no disqualification match. Now, let me tell you something. We got a street fight. No disqualification match. What's the difference between a street fight and no disqualification? Exactly my point. Anyway, Lyra viciously attacked Becky Lynch, all because Becky was just trying to extend her hand out and be the bigger person. See, Lyra just doesn't care what Becky has to say. How rude. Becky Lynch was being the bigger person, extending her hand out to Lyra, but Lyra viciously attacked Becky Lynch, even though Becky Lynch is the reason why Lyra Valkyria is the big as she is. If it wasn't for Becky Lynch, there would be no Lyra Valkyria because, well, let's be honest. The only reason why people like Lyra is because they think Becky is the bad guy, even though she is not. But yeah, anyway, it's time for the tag team match where Bayley was teaming up with Lyra for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships against the Judgment Day. Now, it actually makes no sense at all, but the only reason why this match even happened is because Roxanne and Raquel are from Texas, so whatever. But this was a pretty solid, okay match, I guess. I mean, Dom got hit with Raquel's big boot, which, by the way, Dom did not deserve this attack, bro. I mean, he even got attacked, bro. Like, I don't know, man. Then AJ viciously touched the chest of Dominic Mysterio, like banging it, punching it as hard as he possibly could. Viciously, by the way. Very viciously. And comes in the ring trying to attack Dominic, even though he wasn't medically cleared to compete yet. Okay? The referee had to stop it. And then, when Lyra was trying to get the tag, the hero in Becky Lynch grabbed the foot of Lyra, pulled her down, and hit the apron, threw her out, and went back under the ring like a real leader does. A real leader stops the selfish people, and that is what Becky Lynch did here tonight. Anyway, Bayley got hit with the Town Hollow Bomb for the 1, a 2, and a 3. And still, your WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. Congratulations. Anyway, we had Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. Pretty okay match. By the way, Karrion Kross, I think, broke his nose. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how he broke his nose. I can't figure it out. I don't know. All I know is he had a really bloody nose, and I'm just going to guess it was broken because he was dripping very much. Anyway, Sammy hit that little sit-out powerbomb thingy, dang, fun flip. Oh, and I'm pretty sure this is how Karrion Kross broke his nose, if he broke his nose, because he landed awkwardly. Not exactly sure how he would land on his face from this, but yeah. Anyway, Scarlett handed Kross the metal pipe that Karrion Kross whipped across the chest or stomach rib area of Sami Zayn and ended him for the 1, 2, 3. And Karrion Kross won. What a surprise. Can we put Karrion Kross in the IC Championship division? Thank you. Anyway, AJ was standing outside waiting for the doctor, and the doctor was basically saying, we finished the exam, we've done, but I just need to finish these paperwork a little bit quick. And then AJ got hit in the back of the head by Dom, and Dom basically said, I'm cleared, I see you at SummerSlam. So, the greatest Intercontinental Champion, the greatest luchador, the greatest Mysterio of all time, the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time, attacked AJ from the back of the head and telling him that he's going to be grateful enough to be in the presence, be in the ring with the greatest professional luchador, professional Intercontinental Champion of all time at SummerSlam. And you know what? AJ, you're the reason why you're on the ground right now. You want to know what? You were in the space of Dominic Mysterio. Unbelievable. Disrespecting the greatest luchador Mysterio / Intercontinental Champion of all time. Disgusting. With you. Anyway, we had Io Sky versus Stephanie Vaquer. What a great match. We got Devil's Kiss on the apron and in the middle of the Slim Jim logo. If Booker T was here, you know he would say, that's just him gooning under the table, though. He just, you know what I'm saying? And then Stephanie dropped a big knee right on the throat of Io Sky. Throat, and then she also ate some knees to the face. But Io Sky hit her own version of the SVB, the Stephanie Vaquer bomb. And then she also got hit with the knees to the face as well. And then we had this little, superplex thing. But Chelsea Green hit Stephanie Vaquer from the back of the neck. And by the way, Chelsea Green, you are doing your job. Doing your job good. Anyway, what was I doing again? Bro, can we just say how beautiful she is? She is. And she is Stephanie Vaquer. Can we just say it? Anyway, imagine in a DQ like their last match did in April. But, eat, sleep, dream, the demons in my dream. By the way, Rhea Ripley's also very beautiful. But, anyway, doesn't matter. She came out, stopped that, but Naomi basically threw Io Sky into Stephanie Vaquer. And she attacked her and basically blah, 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 blah. But, eat, sleep, dream, the demons in my dream. Riptide. Chelsea Green. And, oh, by the way, I found out that Ross is kicking it, I think. I don't know. Kicking with Ross or something like that. Was here because he's from Houston, Texas. So, yeah. Anyway, my name is Paul Heyman. Anyway, enough of the shenanigans. OTC1 came out and basically said, where's Paul Heyman? Paul Heyman said, Seth Rollins will be out for a long, long time. We can fix this together. We can whoop each other if anyone comes in our way. You know we work better together than apart. And you could be the leader. You can be the leader. You know what I'm saying? I love you, my tribal chief. You know, Paul Heyman wants Roman Reigns back. Probably just to betray him again. And the way Roman says, Houston, what was he talking about? You want me to lead? A few years ago, you were wise, but you know you're no longer wise. You are dumb. Bron, he's going to do the same thing he did to me in a few years when you're the top guy. The reason why I'm still tribal chief, Paul, isn't because of you, because they still acknowledge me. I'm the greatest champion of all time. You, not the reason why. It took 4 years, but I lost the title. Jay helped me. Jimmy helped me. Solo helped me. Even Sammy helped me. You helped me a little bit. It took 4 years, but when I lost the title, you said, I had it. I retreated, tucked my towel between my legs, even though I was raising the future bloodline. By the way, Roman Reigns just basically said the bloodline's never ending. The bloodline's never ending. He said he had to raise the future blood. Oh my God, these Samoans need to stop having kids, because I'm just gonna tell you, this bloodline storyline's never gonna end, bro. By when I'm 85 years old, they're gonna be like Roman Reigns' grandson is gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Roman Reigns' grandson's gonna be starting to be a part of the bloodline. That's how unbelievable it is that this bloodline. It's incredible. Anyway, but Paul, I made you part of this family. But when Paul, you were just a friend of this family, a business partner. But I made you a real family of this. And Paul, you say I ruined the family? No, you ruined the family. And then Bron says, listen to me, Roman, listen to me. Nobody wants you here no more. You're an old dog. You're not the top dog on here anymore. I'm the dog. And Paul's never going to betray me because I actually have value in this ring. By the way, Bron, go back and look at Paul Heyman's last clients. Brock Lesnar, he betrayed multiple times. Big Show, Kurt Angle, CM Punk, Ryaxel, Roman Reigns, probably Seth Rollins, and you probably will be. You too. And they would say, 5 years ago you were in your prime. Now you're not. You're old now. You're the old dog, and now you're bad. And then Roman basically said, sorry, I didn't hear a single trash you said. I think your mic is broken. Here, use my mic. And then he just super punches Braun Breaker in the face, punches Bronson Reed in the face, and then when Braun Breaker hit Roman with the spear, and when Bronson Reed went for the tsunami and Roman Reigns, ooh, so Jey Uso came out, attacked Braun Breaker, attacks, and then we got the double spear, which, by the way, Jay wanted to do the spear where he lands on his one knee and his foot, but this man had to go stomach flat, because he already knew that he had to his spear had to look good against Roman's. He hit the double spear on them, and the show ended with Roman Reigns getting help from Jey Uso, which we already know what's going to happen. It's easy. Tag team match at SummerSlam. Jey Uso, Roman Reigns versus the B&B Security. Very, very simple. Also, I think Mr. Santiago Zap, made a very, 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 very great point about this, is how Roman Reigns still has not said sorry. He's been saying this for about 8 months now, but he still hasn't said sorry. Roman, you need to say sorry before I team with you at SummerSlam. But yeah. Anyway, that's how Monday Night Raw ended. What do you guys think in the comments below? I thought this was a pretty solid episode of Monday Night Raw, and it was a fun episode too. Anyway, have a beautiful rest of your day. See you tomorrow. Suck it.